Was it was it a bad season of anime? I don't think it was bad. Was it good? Nah, I don't think it was good. I think it's the weakest that My Hero Academia has to offer, and it kind of worries me going forward. We're finally saying goodbye to this fifth season.
Mm-hmm. And I'm happy to, because this honestly, I think this was the worst season so far.
Okay, yeah, let's just get that out of the way. We both agree on that. This, out of the 5 seasons we've got, this is easily the worst season there is. I think we both that's we got to say that from the top, right?
Yeah. So we'll just jump right into it and go through each of the arcs and see why we didn't like the whole overall season. But that first part, the first arc of 1A versus 1B, too long. Cut it in half. You know, how many episodes? 11 episodes. I think it was maybe a little bit less. Make it 6. If it was 6, make it 3. It was too long. It should have been done real quick, and then or just make those episodes about Midoriya and everything. We don't need all these side characters are nice and all, but there's too many of them. There's like 40 people. That's too many characters to worry about. So they just spent too much time.
Real quick, before we move on here, we got to get to the bottom of this. We got to be the detectives here, okay? You read the manga. Was this Bones doing typical Bones stuff where they're just stretching it to fill the season? Or was it this long in the manga where this arc was also dragged out in the manga?
They slightly extended it here, but it was still too long in the manga. Like the story wise,
okay.
This is Boku no Hero's story. And in the anime manga, it's all basically the same. They done a good adaptation, I guess. They haven't skipped any.
We'll get to that. There's some stuff there at the end that I actually really want to dispute that, and I'm not a manga reader. I'm just going off of what I hear from the people. But yeah. So just to close out this, I hated this arc. I'm so sick and tired of seeing training arcs with Boku no Hero. We're over 100 episodes now. I don't want to see them training anymore. I'm done with that. They either need to be doing internships or becoming full-fledged heroes or going to call it. Who knows what they're doing? I'm done with the whole training. I'm done with them fighting amongst themselves or fighting amongst 1B, or I don't want to see any of it anymore. Introduce more villains, fight the current villains. I don't care what you do. I'm so sick and tired of training arcs. That's where I'm at. Are you there too?
Yeah. I mean, Boku just keeps doing it over and over and over again. It's like half the season's got to be training, the other half has got to be something else.
Yeah, and I've said that a million times. If you want to have like a small training arc where Midoriya learns something, like if you want to have like a Naruto learning the Rasengan moment or something like that, that'd be cool. But having a school activity where the class is going to undergo a training arc or undergo a provisional exam or undergo whatever. I don't want to see any of that
anymore.
School festival. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. We've had 100 episodes. It's I know it's called My Hero Academia. You could still have a lot of moments at school, but it's time for them to really start becoming heroes.
Maybe some romance.
So I hated that shit. Maybe some romance.
Characters talking to each other like normal people. Like
I don't know. And there was a filler, like at the end of that, wasn't there like 1 or 2 that were like straight up filler? Like just shitty.
Yeah.
So we still got actual filler on top of what felt like filler. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
All right, so that's that arc.
Yeah. Then next was the internship with Endeavor. So that's a little bit of spice there, training, but we're actually going against villains. We're actually, then there's all the family drama stuff, and then. So like you got a little bit of taste there, and then it went back to the kind of drama stuff that it's a shonen here. We want to see some action, see some cool powers and all that, and villains and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was hyped for that arc, but I'll be honest with you, I feel like they kind of squashed that arc. I feel like they kind of failed at it. I think listen, I like that is what I wanted, right? What I want is for them to start like. Undergoing real hero type of shit, right? So them going to train with Endeavor, perfect. That's exactly what I was asking for. But did they do it right? I don't know. They would just fly around the city and see random people, and then you have Todoroki's family drama, which I don't know. Did that work for you? I didn't think it was bad, but it didn't sell me. Like I wasn't like, "Oh, this is some juicy, spicy stuff right here." It just kind of happened. We What changed? Endeavor kind of feels bad for being an absentee father. There's friction in the house, and
But
has anything
that's
changed?
Todoroki's family, you know. We barely even we haven't talked to Todoroki in forever. Like,
True. I
when's the
mean,
last time you heard him
where's
talk to someone other than, you know, just be like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, yeah, how does Todoroki feel about this? Like, that's the main character this should be affecting because he's, like, more of a main character than the family. So, has anything changed with this family? Have we learned anything? Have we gained any new insight? Have we moved the goalpost?
Endeavor, yeah,
No,
but
it's
not Todoroki.
even Endeavor, dude, like, it's so like, we knew he was feeling guilty for a long time, you know? So it's Boku no Hero. You're not gonna get much, movement, right? It just feels so static. I just you know? So, yeah, what'd you think about this arc? The Endeavor Agency arc?
Yeah, I think it had like a little bit interesting spice, you know, a little bit different than before, but that was just Endeavor. What about what did Todoroki think about it? What did his brother? What did his sister? Like, you know, like little slight little moments there, but like, what were they actually thinking? You know, you just heard, you know, whatever you just heard.
Yeah. And I feel like them just jumping from building to building and, "Oh, let's stop this robber." And, "Oh, let's stop that robber." Like, it just felt so stupid. Like, like, I wish that there was a key again, if you wanted to do like good storytelling, you would have like a real arc where like they start interning with him, they feel like nervous about it, and then the first day they get a call, and maybe they screw up, and then
Someone
the next day they get a
dies.
call.
Something actually
Yeah, like
happens.
something actually happens with Boku no Hero. Then the next day they learn a little bit, and then the next day they go on a call, and maybe this time Endeavor is busy, so they have to step up. And after the two previous days, they have to actually work without him and actually stop
Yeah.
a criminal activity, right? So, and then maybe like, oh, look at that, Endeavor's finally proud of them after being disappointed for 2 days, and then you know what I mean, like. This could have been a real arc where they kind of all bond together. Endeavor could be, the new All Might to Midoriya, right? Where Midoriya, if you wanted to have it where Midoriya is kind of lacking that father figure, bam, here's Endeavor who, he has this burden on his shoulders of being the number one hero now, but now he's stepping up and he's taking it seriously, and he's taking it seriously with his son, and he's taking it seriously with these other two, his other two classmates, right? You could have done a real arc here, and it just feels like nothing happened, And then you have the Hawks side plot, which honestly I found fascinating. But again, I got to ask the question, right? Did we learn anything? Did the goalpost get moved? Is there anything actually moving the plot here? Okay, so Hawks is working behind the scenes with the League of Villains, right? And I mean, we got a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
I got to give them credit, right? They had the Meta Liberation Army's book. Hawks handed it to Endeavor. Endeavor kind of looked at it. I don't remember if he deciphered it or not. It's not really that important, or at least they didn't make it seem that important as of right now. But again, we end the season and Hawks is still kind of working with them, but still a good guy. Has anything changed? Did any dramatic plot point happen where his identity gave up and some conflict happened? Or, you could even like have thriller moments where like maybe he almost gave up his identity, or maybe the villains are almost catching on to him. But no, that would be good storytelling, and that's not really what we got this season. So yeah, we have an interesting side plot, which is interesting.
That's all
but
it is.
Goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. That's yeah. So yeah, what do you think about the arc before we move on?
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Like the biggest stuff was just, learning that Endeavor felt bad. And he wants his family to be happy even if it's without him, whatever. And then there's just, there was some mystery, some stuff that's like, oh, what happened to, like, he was praying, he was into his dead son, whatever. It's like, what the fuck? Todoroki had a brother that's dead, whatever. But like,
yeah, and he was having the dreams too. Like like I said, they had a lot of ingredients to make it interesting, and it was, but they're not executing on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They kind of just like threw it all in. It's like, oh, this will work. Bacon's delicious. I'll throw that in. Oh, everyone loves ice cream. Throw that ice cream in there too. It's like, wait a second, does this mix together? Nah, it doesn't matter.
No,
it
not at all.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, people like it, so just eat it. It doesn't matter if it's a full meal, if the tastes blend well together. Just fucking eat them, okay? Eat what we give you. Eat what we give you.
The classic Weber treat food analogy. You know how it be.
I know. We have to. All right, so next, what's next? You know what? We had a one-off episode, right? Was that before the villain stuff?
Yeah, it was before.
With yeah, is that next?
Yeah, that was next. It was like nothing. I think it was like it went to the beach.
No.
Yeah, there was that. With all the girls.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was like a complete filler episode, right? But the Nomu episode where Aizawa and
that was a good shit. Racerhead or whatever.
Eraserhead and Aizawa, or Eraserhead and Mike Head, whatever.
Mr. Mike.
Yeah, but that was like an episode though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't even like an arc or anything. So yeah, that was good. That was good.
The spice, the tension. Our friend's dead. Someone actually dies in Boku no Hero.
Here's the thing: they could have built it up. It would have been nice to know because it only happened for one episode, right? So it's like, oh, by the way, we had an old friend. By the way, it seems that friend is maybe now the Nomu or something. Like I wish that it wasn't just thrown at us. But at this point, I'm desperate. I'll take anything. Good episode.
Take that piece of candy from the pot. It's like, okay, finally something.
Exactly. I'll take anything at this point. Even if it's only one bite, I'll take it. They could have built it up better, but still good, still intriguing. That's what the show needs. The show needs to with Hawks, with a lot of things. You could really be building up some intrigue here. And this episode did it, but it lasted an episode, and maybe it's going to go somewhere, maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. It's Boku no Hero, but I guess a solid episode in there. So, yeah, what'd you think of it? Anything?
Yeah, it was good. Nice and good. It's just, it feels so different than everything else. I feel like that could have been like an OVA or something. But, it's an actual episode. Yeah.
It should have been. It was so out of field, dude. They could have, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It did feel out of place. And so, yeah, then we get into the final arc, I guess. A lot of controversy was this one. A lot of people, and I would agree, this is probably the high point of the season, but still a lot of controversy surrounding it.
So, like 6 episodes?
6, I believe. My Villain Academia, right? Is that the title? So, all right, you read the manga. I want to hear your take before I say anything. What'd you think of these last 6 episodes?
That was pretty good. I don't. Maybe like some slight things were, sped up or slowed down, but it felt like how I remember it going down.
Yeah.
The Sad Man's Parade, wherever it was. Oh, beautiful. With Twice.
Refresh me.
With Twice going OP.
Moment.
Twice is the most OP character.
Yeah.
OP character in the series.
I like Twice a lot. I like his character. I think that I think of all the villains, he has he's like, his personality is like so in your face, like even his voice actor for the Japanese dub. Wish I was watching this shit English dub, because man, but anyways, that's another story. I signed myself up for it. I can't complain. The Japanese do a great job, but it'd be nice to not have to read subtitles for the show, because it's not the best season anyways. But Twice had a good voice actor. Yeah, I liked his moment. we got some stuff with the girl, Toga.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Toga,
yeah. That was kind of cool. Some of it felt sped up, but whatever. The good shit though was Shigaraki. That was the good shit. But when you look at it compared to the manga, and again, this is a losing battle. We've talked about this. You can't always compare shit to the manga, right? But man, the manga for his backstory looks so dark, like the way the panels are drawn and the facial expressions. And then you look at the anime, and it's just like
bright,
very toned down, bright, like just like another normal Boku no Hero episode.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what got me a little bit worried for the future, because there's a lot of dark pages in the future of Boku no Hero, and that tone of dark foreboding, dark rain and all. It's like, oh, there's some beautiful looking panels, but how is it gonna look in the anime? I don't think they got this. Is like a Berserk situation where it's like it looks so good, but it's like it's not gonna look that good in the anime. It's gonna look off.
Yeah. Well, I think that if they wanted to sort of change it up a little bit for Shigaraki's backstory, I feel like that would have fit perfectly, right? Like it's a very dark story. We're into the villain episodes. It probably would have made the episode even better, but instead we got the same coat of paint that we usually get, which is fine. It's fine. It's just a missed opportunity, I see. But also, and again, I don't know how much you remember the manga from this point in the series, but a lot of people, just from what I've read, this arc was very switched around. Like there was pieces of it that were told out of order. Again, it don't affect me, but if you're a manga reader, that might have annoyed you, or that might have, if you made it this far into season 5, I don't know how you haven't already been annoyed, but there you go. I don't, that might have been the cherry on top, but certainly the best arc of the season. I think like the Shigaraki episode was great. I think that one-off episode we talked about was great.
The fight was pretty spicy versus the Liberation guy.
Yeah, I think, was that the same episode or like the episode after?
I think it was the episode after.
Whole little part, that whole little climax to the villain saga. Good, solid. You want to talk about the end of it though? The time skip.
Yeah. So now because Endeavor got the note from Hawks like in 4 months they're gonna have a bunch of people. So now we just skipped right to 4 months later, and now we're gonna go right back into it again. So we're about to get some spice after spice.
Why wouldn't you start season 6 off with that? Why would you? I don't know.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser.
Oh, it's the teaser. Okay, I thought that was like actually like where the story's at. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Did you like that or?
Well, that's what happened. That's how it just happened in manga. It's just now we're here now. So now we're just it's gonna be some spicy stuff, but I'm just worried about how the animation's gonna look because there's gonna be like so many fights next season. It's gonna I don't know if they're gonna be able to. Their animation budget's gonna be able to handle it. Maybe we'll get some Toku Revengers looking fights.
You said it, not me. Yeah. So that's we just gave you guys the breakdown of Boku no Hero season 5.
You're good.
Was it a bad season of anime? I don't think it was bad. Was it good? Nah, I don't think it was good. I think it's the weakest that My Hero Academia has to offer, and it kind of worries me going forward because I really hold My Hero on a high pedestal. I think it's a solid show. I don't think it's like one of the greats. I don't think it's like top 5 best show out right now, but it's up there. If you want that good feeling, classic type shonen vibe, My Hero Academia took the world by storm, right?
Mm-hmm. But not anymore.
Am I hyped for season 6 at this point? I don't know, man. We got Demon Slayer. We got Attack on Titan. We got Jujutsu Kaisen. We got Chainsaw Man coming out.
Jobless.
Am I really? We got Jobless. Yeah. Not the typical shonen, but yeah, throw that in there, right? Like with all those other shonen, right? Like, is this? It's hard to compete.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of losing its flair. It's just dragging at this point a little bit. But like you said, there's going to be a lot of fights next season. For all I know, next season could be good shit. You want to talk about Midoriya's? I mean, again, I'm grasping at straws here, but his newfound black whips that he mastered suddenly. No training arc. He's just like, whatcha? I got this shit mastered now.
There's old training arcs. What are you talking about? He's been training it the whole past billion episodes.
Gotcha. I was just sleeping. Sorry. Yeah.
No, he was training for so long. You went to sleep.
Exactly. And then because there's so many classmates, they're giving the filler beach episodes here. We got the villains. He's been training the whole time. Here I am, unbeknownst to me, So I guess he has a hold of the black whips now. I wonder what's next. Laser eyes, or maybe he can fly next. Oh no, they did say it was going to be All Might's teacher, right?
Which was flying or floating.
Was it flying? Yeah, or floating?
It's basically the same thing.
Amazing. 100 episodes in, and we get to see him fly. This great character progression.
How many episodes until Goku started flying? You know, not as Dondoria's better. You know, if you go off that metric.
Are we gonna wait 200 before he becomes the villain, or So, yeah, I guess that's our review. Any final thoughts, Germs, for the people out there, for the weebs out there? Do you recommend season 5, and what are your final thoughts on Boku no Hero season 5?
Well, you know, now we're getting to the hundreds episodes. You know, now it's starting to become like, if you want to start watching this, it's like, how many hours?
It's a chore.
Yeah, how many hours is that? It's like it's like a whole day and a half, you know, or 2 days, whatever. So
this is a commitment.
Yeah. So you know, if I was someone, I would just go, you know, go to your local bookstore and go pick up the manga, because you're gonna be waiting so long for the story to actually happen.
Yeah. Yep, very true.
And at least when you read the manga, you know, you can rip off that Band-Aid real quick. You know, you're not gonna just be slowly waiting so long, be like, oh, how much longer till the next cool thing? Oh, how many more weeks? How many more months? Just go read that. Yeah. Just, you know, I would recommend just reading the manga and just get that Band-Aid ripped off and just see what Boku no Hero is at right now.
Well, that's what you recommend for people that are new to the series. What about people that haven't seen this? Like, let's say someone's seen 1 through 4 and they haven't seen 5 yet. Are you at the point where you're like, don't even watch this shit?
Just read the manga. Go to the manga. Just go to the manga.
Transition at this point. Stay away.
Yeah, you know, it's a slow batch of episodes. You know, you're not gonna be, if you're, you know, even if you're new at reading manga, you're gonna be up to speed by the time that part's over. But yeah. It's just so much time. It's like 20 minutes, you know, of every week was just like, I could have been doing something, you know. I could have watched a better show. But
that's how I felt. I still haven't given up complete hope. I'm an anime only. I don't think I'm going to transition to the manga, but I can't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how hyped I am for season 6. I'm just not as hyped. Got to keep it real with you guys, gals, and weebs out there. Comment down below. What did you think of this season of My Hero Academia? We're already on the 5th season. Look at that. And then we got a movie right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
I don't see many people hyped for that. You know, I mean, it seems like the hype train is slowly it's losing steam here. Maybe it'll pick back up. Hopefully it does. I never prey on a show's downfall. But that's how I feel about this season. Certainly a little bit of a downfall here. Give us a like if you enjoyed this content. Give us a sub if you guys enjoy our usual content.